Welcome back. It is day 4 of the 7 Days to Self-Love Challenge, which means you are halfway through the challenge. Congratulations. You have done amazing work over the last few days. And like I said in your emails, don't underestimate the power of what you are doing. You are moving a lot of old, stagnant energy that's been weighing you down and connecting with a deeper, soulful side of yourself that I know is making subtle and profound shifts in your life. One of these shifts you're going to experience, if you haven't already, is that not everyone is going to be ready for this newer, more empowered version of you. Because hey, it's human nature to want things to stay the same. So as you continue to grow and evolve, it's going to tend to upset a few people, especially the people who have been in your life the longest. So how do we deal with all these ruffled feathers? Well, that's what today is all about. Today's lesson, setting healthy boundaries. We will cover the difference between boundaries and walls, how to identify appropriate boundaries, and how to effectively communicate those boundaries so others actually respect them. The difference between boundaries and walls. Look, there is no glory in being a doormat. No one wins. There's also no glory in being Fort Knox. Very lonely. Finding the right balance means learning the difference between boundaries and walls. Boundaries encourage safe connection. Walls indicate separation and disconnection, and maybe even a little resentment. Imagine you're standing right in front of me, and I draw a circle on the ground around me, indicating my boundary for personal space. You can still see me, and I can still see you. But if you wanted to, let's say, come and give me a hug, it would be clear that you would need to ask for permission first. But since we could still see each other, we would be able to connect, and you could gauge to see if maybe I'd be open to the idea, and I'd be able to confidently decide whether I wanted to say yes or no. Now imagine you're standing in front of me and there is a wall between us, almost like I'm in a room with the door closed. I would know you were outside, you would know I was inside, but we wouldn't be able to see each other or see what's going on. So if you wanted a hug, you might be outside wondering, can I come in? Should I knock? What is she doing in there? Not really much room for connection. This example illustrates the significant difference between a boundary and a wall. And what you want to do is set healthy boundaries and not put up overprotective walls. So how do you identify appropriate boundaries? Consider the following. When throughout your day are you most annoyed by other people? Do you maybe live in a house where people just start talking to you right away before you've had your morning coffee? Or as soon as you walk in the door before you've been able to transition from work mode to home mode? When do you need the most privacy? Early in the morning, late at night? Do phone calls or text messages really annoy you during certain parts of the day, even if they're from people you enjoy hearing from? If you're unsure about the answers to any of these questions, just start by noticing, when do you complain the most about your interactions with other people? Chances are, it's in these situations or with these people that you really need to set a boundary. And chances also are that you're probably not communicating the boundary clearly enough so that other people get it. Setting clear boundaries for other people is essential in order for your relationships to deepen and stay healthy. This gives other people the opportunity to respect you and to renegotiate if they really need something. So how do you effectively communicate a boundary? The best way I've found is by asking questions. And there are 3 common ways you can do this. 1 is asking for a deadline, such as, when do you need an answer by? 2, asking for what you need. I need some time to think about this. Would it be okay if I got back to you later today? Or 3, openly and honestly communicating your feelings and then making a request. I'm feeling really swamped at work right now. Can you remind me tomorrow and I'll get back to you then? All of these are great ways to communicate your boundaries and train the people around you to understand and realize that you won't just drop everything at their beck and call. Setting boundaries and communicating them are essential to deeper self-trust, self-love, and a happier, more fulfilled life. It may take a while for others to get used to it, but it will work. So just keep practicing. Here are some examples of how I've had to set boundaries, just to give you an idea of what some of yours might be. Now, I'm from New York City, and when I moved to Los Angeles, I instantly became 3 hours behind most of my friends and family. And they would text me or call me at 5 a.m. my time, because it's 8 a.m. their time and they're essentially up and ready for their day. It would drive me crazy. And I would respond back saying, hello, don't you realize I'm on the West Coast, Pacific time here? And I would get so mad and keep reminding them, and they would always forget. And I've been here for 5 years and they still forget. So what did I have to do? I set my phone on Do Not Disturb every day from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. That way, if I'm up early, then I can check the messages. And if not, then they'll just have to wait until I wake up. And when it comes to doing favors for other people, I always ask them to please give me a deadline. I'm a last minute kind of person, and if I have too much time, I will forget. So I know that if someone wants me to get something done, they need to give me a deadline. I hope these examples help you, because today your assignment is to practice at least 3 times setting a boundary when you normally wouldn't. You can do this simply by asking for more time to respond, requesting a deadline, or simply saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm not available to do that right now. Get a good idea of how this new healthy way to set boundaries feels in your body. And let me know how it goes in the Facebook group. There'll be a button on this page that will take you directly to the Facebook group so that you can post and share what's been opening up for you. Remember to use the hashtag #SelfLoveStory and 7 days to self-love. And for you Instagram and Twitter users, there will be an image on this page that you can use for your posts. Just remember to tag me at the Amelia Fortes and also use the hashtags #SelfLoveStory and 7 days to self-love. Remember, the person who posts the most by the end of this challenge will win the grand prize, their selection from the entire Self-Love Story catalog. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing from you in the Facebook group. See you tomorrow for day 5. Bye!